Well, speaking of pornography.
Oh, awesome.
Speaking of pornography, Roger Montoya, a Democratic candidate in an open New Mexico House race. I didn't realize, Murr, you had read this. Is this state or House of Representatives?
I didn't read that far into it. I do not. I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know the answer to that.
So we can look it up. It's out of Santa Fe, New Mexico. Roger Montoya, Democratic candidate, has acknowledged his participation in 2 pornographic films in the 1980s as a college student. He said he is not proud of it, but he believes the experience helped him better understand exploitation and the need to provide opportunities for young people. It goes on to say that the Republican Party had encouraged him not to run, and it encouraged people to for him to drop out during the race. He had said, "Well, many college students actually this is from the Republican Party." They said, "While many college students find college difficult financially, very few choose this route to solve their problems. This is kind of risky and reckless behavior is unacceptable." He goes on to basically kind of say, among those choices were 2 adult films where I acted in as an adult with other adults in a very different environment and time. Those experiences do not reflect who I am. They are insignificant in the scope of my life's work, yet they helped inspire my dedication to my community and the work that I do not make sure that youth have opportunities and support and confidence. I may have fumbled on that last stuff, but whatever. Christ. Okay, so a guy who's running for the House of Representatives was filmed a couple pornos in the 80s. What do you think?
Well, first of all, I know it's not supposed to matter, but I got to know. Were they gay pornos? Or were they regular pornos?
I think it was gay porno as I'm reading through the article. Well, at least that's what the state Republican Party chairman...
Actually, yeah, starring in gay porno films.
Montoya's past behavior for. So, yeah, gay porn.
So what a lot of people don't understand is that to get into heterosexual porn, one typically has to go through gay pornography.
Is that still true?
Like as a dude, I think that's
Is
true.
that still true? I don't know. Was it true in the 80s? Probably.
I feel like, okay, that might... The only reason I can see that as being true is because I feel like in the 80s, hazing was much more prevalent and much more sadistic. So it's like, hey, kid, you want to have sex with hot chicks, do you? Or you have to go bang that dude first. You know, like... But I'm not gay. You are today.
Yeah, I feel like it's still like that though. Like I feel like we like to think it's not, but it is.
I don't know.
I'm fairly certain like multiple females and male porn actors have been like, yeah, the industry's fucking wild. Like you should not do it. Like a lot of people have said that. I
just feel like no matter how much of a pretty picture you want to paint on that industry or people who were in it, I do feel like there is some sort of psychological issue that you're still coping with if you ever got into that world. And it doesn't mean that you're a bad person now. I just don't know that it can be forgotten if you're running for public office and plan to be in charge of a great population of lives. Does that make sense?
I mean, it makes sense. I mean,
hell, Sylvester Stallone did a little pornography.
Yeah, it was soft porn, and it wasn't. I think he had a stunt cock in that.
We're back to the stunt cock.
There's degrees of porn.
Yes, okay. There's degrees. Because I don't think he actually, did the deed.
Okay,
I think he was.
So a man in the 80s performed in what we deem as okay, it is confirmed. I was trying to tote the line as to whether or not it was heterosexual or homosexual pornography, but it looks to be a homosexual pornography. And now, nearly 40 years later, he's running for a House seat, and all of a sudden he's ostracized because of what he did 40 years ago.
Yeah, I don't know. I do. Look, right or wrong, it is a hurdle I'm having a hard time getting over with this one. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I guess it does come down to where morals. Okay, do we have them anymore? Are they fluid? Pun not intended, maybe. I don't know. And
Or flaccid.
again, I can be fine with this guy being a part of my community, but I don't know that he should be running my community. I don't know. He doesn't seem like. I mean, I don't know a whole lot about this guy. I do kind of find it funny that the Republican Party is the one that reached out to him and was like, "Hey, listen, you don't want to run." I'm just saying, we're going to have to say some things, and you're going to have to own up to some things, and you're going to have to defend yourself. I don't like his bullshit reasoning. That's one of the reasons that I kind of don't like the way he's offering up his excuses here.
What bullshit reasoning? I was young and I made bad choices.
This whole like I learned a lot about exploitation and dibbity da. Like if it was him, and the reason I wanted to know if it was gay porn or straight porn, because if it was straight porn, I could see him making an argument for like, I learned what these women go through and how they're curated for this type of work. But when it's dudes just banging it out and happen to make some money on the side because it's being filmed, bullshit. There's no exploitation. Dudes just want to bang, and then they just want to bang each other. And in the gay community, I feel like that's like the perfect world. Hey, dude, you want to fuck? Yeah, man. You want to film it? Sure. You want to sell it? Right on. You know, like, I don't know. I don't feel like how much exploitation was going on unless he was having to bang for the straight porn role.
Aren't you? You're assuming that the guy's gay.
That's some. I was gonna say that's some just wildly assumptive, ignorant ass backwoods shit. Quite frankly, like, I mean, opinions are yours. You can have them. Doesn't make them great. That was just wild to hear you say. That's all. That's my statement. But
elaborate.
More to the point. Fucking, I don't think it's like you said. It's a big. I don't think it's a big issue. 40 years ago, he did some stupid shit in college. Fucking. Yeah, it was gay porn. So what? Who cares? If it was straight porn, would it be better? Well, no, not necessarily. So who gives a fuck? He seems to do good things in his community. You know, there's other things in this article.
Yeah.
So what else did he do in the community? Tell me that part.
So he's co-founder of a local youth center that provides classes in art, music, and dance. Montoya has also organized an HIV support group in Española and was active in the efforts to end the city's sponsorship of an annual tribute to a Spanish conquistador reviled by many local Native Americans. So just shit in his community.
Okay.
I mean, that sounds all pretty good to me. Sounds like a guy who would probably do some upstanding shit for his community if elected.
I just would honestly. I guess my thing would be like, yeah, I did some porn. It was fun.
And when you throw in conquistador,
I know I really was taken aback by that.
It means a lot to me.
I do agree.
But it is. It seems as though he's active in the Latino community, from what I read.
Yeah.
New Mexico. God, man, New Mexico. Gary Johnson. Why didn't we vote that guy in 2016? I don't know. I just think that. I think that yes, there are things in people's past that should shut you down from doing certain things in the future, no matter what you do. But if you, as a 19, 20, 21-year-old, heterosexual, homosexual, whatever, decide to get on in front of something that's going to require now tracking control and some sort of old television box to play this stuff, and it's getting brought up, man, that's some petty shit.
Okay.
That's some petty stuff.
Let me ask you this then. Okay, what about somebody who decides to get into porn today and then tries to run for office? You know, like same deal.
Is that their active profession? Active profession.
Well, yeah. I mean, if you got into it, you got into it. I mean, okay, I would say from a professional standpoint, you showed up to a studio, there was lighting, there was a guy in your grundle with a Canon lens.
No, and what I'm saying is if you're deciding to get into running for public office, okay, the day you decide to do that, you got to quit pornography. Okay. Now, if that's like a week ago, a month ago, 6 months ago, if you have a good platform, I'm fine with it. But that being said, I'm the exception. I don't care about that type of stuff. You're not doing drugs. You're not murdering people. You're not fucking selling drugs. You're not stealing children. You're not exploiting children. You're not a scumbag. You're getting on film and having sex. I don't think it's that bad. Now, I think you may be tainted because we grew up in an era where it was like, ooh, sex is bad. Don't watch it VHS that's in that cabinet that's built into the television. And we all did.
I guess. I don't know. I mean, I don't want to think like I'm some sort of Puritan or anything, but I'm just wondering where we draw the line anymore. Is there a line to be drawn on like what we decide is risky behavior or immoral behavior, and can you come back from that? I mean, my pillow guy, I have no problem with him selling pillows, even though he smoked crack cocaine on some street and probably did some weird shit with a guy in a rat-infested hotel room. But either way, he has turned himself around, but he's not trying to run my life. He's just trying to sell me pillows, quality pillows at a reasonable price.
Yeah, I don't know, man. You just keep using immoral, and I'm just like, I mean, I get it, but it's immoral to you. Like, yeah, and who the fuck are you? Like, you know, like, and that's not no offense, but like, everybody's got a different view of things. Like, yeah, that's yours, but that's fine. You can have that, but I think you're being really hard for someone who has said on this show that you're pretty open-minded guy.
I am pretty open-minded.
Sound open-minded in the last, I would say, 2 to 3 episodes of this podcast. That's all I'm saying.
And he also said sex is overrated, so this may be driving his.
Yeah, dude. So I mean, Wes, you got any other friends, bro?
Oh shit, Alan, what have I done? No, I do find myself to be rather open-minded, but I also feel that there's a lot of people that may have done some questionable things that are asking me to be more accepting of things that I'm. Maybe you're right. Maybe I'm not ready to accept all things at this juncture in my life, and maybe I never will. But I also feel like people are really moving the goalposts on where we draw the line on who's who. I mean, here's an example. We really moved the goalposts for Trump to get elected. Like, we were really willing to like say, well, you know, I'm willing to take him because Hillary's so bad.
I was trying not to bring up Trump today. I was trying not to really fucking talk politics, period. But
I know
we as an American populace lowered whatever immoral bar you're trying to fucking set for ourselves in 2016. We did.
I mean, I feel like you're agreeing with me on that. We've lowered our standards on acceptability, and so this is what you get when you do. So I don't necessarily feel like I'm wrong for feeling like a gay porn actor from the 80s shouldn't necessarily be a representative in government.
But so you say where do we draw the line? I think we could conceivably say you draw the line at state representative versus state senator. I think so. Maybe at state senate you say, well, you know, sorry man, you made some decisions in the past, but Christ, if the guy gets elected, turn some things around. Again, I'm not. I think I'm the exception. The guy got.
I mean, to be frank, send the guy to fucking Washington. He'll get nothing accomplished. Don't send him to fucking Albuquerque or whatever the fucking capital of New Mexico is, but because he might actually get something done that fucking impacts your life in New Mexico.
That's probably the worst place you want him. It's Santa Fe, by the way.
Yeah, whatever. I don't fucking know. I haven't looked up my state capitals in a while.
But then, I'm going to sound like I contradict myself here, but if that is the community you represent and the community wants you to represent them, then I don't have a problem if they actually elect them. But I just get tired of kind of hearing like that I should be accepting of all things just because we live in this progressive society. Like, you're right. I shouldn't have a problem with anything anybody's ever done. I can't get there.
I think it's more so... No, I don't think that. I think it's perfectly and absolutely well within your rights to be like, yeah, that's not for me. You know what I mean? But I think it's this whole culture that has kind of festered in this country of like, we've got to tell everybody what we think, and if it's not what we think, then I fucking hate you. And It's fucking stupid. It's annoying. It's honestly, in my opinion, it's dumb to fucking talk about. So yeah,
if you're not a person of faith, if you're single, if you haven't had a family, if you've farted under the covers with your significant other, all key points. You can't run for office.
Nope,
it's been verified from the test of time.
Yeah.
And whoever's binging during this goddamn podcast, if you ever run for fucking office, I want to make sure that the world sees this. You
can't run for local. I think I might. What are you gonna do?
I'll dig up some incriminating video of you.
Go for it. I'll be like, yep, that was me. Fucking 20 years ago.
The funny thing is this guy comes from the era where there are no incriminating videos, and he happens to have the two most incriminating videos that you could ever possibly have.
Well, that's what I'd almost want it. It's a riskier game for my media to be digital, but I'd almost want it digital because it could just get accidentally deleted. That fucking VHS you'd pull it out of the fucking landfill and it will work if you can find a VCR.
Here, I do have one question for the Republican Party in Santa Fe, New Mexico. Who had the copy of the tape and how did they see it?
You know that shit got ripped onto the internet.
That's right.
Yeah, but who was holding and for how long?
Did either one of you guys look it up?
No.
Oh, I gave it a gander.
You know, and it really angers me. It's fucking completely off topic. That when things like this come up and news articles like this come up, that fucking these journalists don't fucking link me to the porn. Link me to the porn, god damn it. You're telling me so. I want to believe it. I want to research it myself, sir.
Yeah, when I'm watching gay porn, I want to be able to claim it's for research.
No, motherfucker, taking it wrong. But at least cite your sources. Yeah. Cite your sources. Nobody cites sources anymore.
I want to make sure my state representative is packing. Make sure that motherfucker's boom.
Yeah. We got regular ass dick. That's not my guy. I don't care what party he is. If you're not bringing the fucking hammer, you're not getting into the house. That's all I'm saying.